Hey Dominic, let's take a look at your Taylor first because I clicked on that first. So let's see what you have. And I'll go into your revision for that. Nice. Cool. I mean, I like how you're putting personality into this character. Like we see your character like timidly going forward, seeing something, being a little bit freaked out by it, and running away. And I think you're using some nice shapes to that effect. You definitely have a good grasp of the tail, and the overlap in the tail is looking really good. Like it has a really nice feel to it. You're getting clean arcs, and it's believable, and it doesn't feel like it's all over the place. But you're adding some fluid motion into it. So great job on that. Now the timing, the overall timing of like the actions, like what you're trying to convey, I feel like they can be changed up a little bit to be a little bit more clear. The first few jumps are good. Let me just take a look at those. So you have, so here, it's good that you're getting that contact frame in there, but on the jump out, I feel like that's just as important that we feel the contact there, because your character is pushing off the ground. Now, because these jumps are so quick, it's okay. Like the contact frame isn't as important with these, but I still feel like with any jump you would want to put that contact frame in there. But because they're so sudden, like that's something that I feel like it might slow it down too much. So I'd say try it. Maybe you already did try it, but try it and see if you can get just like a little bit more of a push off the ground. And there's a chance it might just slow things down too much, because you do want those abrupt little like squirrel-like jumps, and to get that you don't want to slow it down too much. So there is a little bit room for it not having that contact frame there because it's so abrupt. But for a jump like this, let's see, like even like this jump, I would want to feel that contact off the ground there. So it's like basically we're saying the legs here are pushing off the ground into the air. And then for a jump like that, we would definitely want that contact frame. Now the squash here is a bit much. Even I know that you're going cartoony with this, but I feel like it's to the point where it's breaking the model almost. Like you're just going way too far with that squash and these stretches. But the most important thing is that we would want to really feel that weight push off the ground. And so what's happening here is that it's like instantly going into this extreme squash without any sort of anticipation. Like we would want at least some sort of up before we went down into that. And then like I would stop it here, but I mean it's your animation, and it's up to it's up to you how much you want to go with that. Squash, that is a bit too much. Like I would say like somewhere in between these two, maybe, for that extreme amount. But then pushing off the ground, we want to see your character actually, we want to feel the character jumping in the air, regardless of how cartoony you're going with this. And we don't want it to be too cartoony either, just for any of these assignments. It's fun to go cartoony with it, but we're going to learn more if we do it in a little bit more of a believable way. So, so here, we want to see that shape. Basically, it's the reverse of this. Like we want to see that shape start coming out of that squash, and maybe like a little bit there, and then stretch that contact frame like your character is jumping off the ground. So we're going to see that stretch off the ground there. And then going up here, I would hold on this a lot longer. Like if I were to pick any moment to be cartoony, it would be this part right here, to where your character's up in the air, and the exaggeration in this timing is okay right here, but I would exaggerate a little bit more and maybe have the tail move up and down, and just like really that's where you're going to get that reaction, and the audience is going to understand, okay, yeah, your character was freaked out. Now there's one more thing, like going back to the timing of this original move. The time between this reaction here and then this reaction here is a little bit too much. Like we have to think, like if you're freaked out, if you see something you're freaked out, like there's going to be that like hop back, and then like that hop back was going to lead into a bigger hop back. So it's going to be like hop back and then this big reaction, and then your character is going to take off. So right now it's like there's this kind of dead space of your character. Just they know that they've been freaked out by something, but they've kind of stopped, and they're not really doing anything within that moment. And so I would say, like, just between this jump and this big one, I would compress that time a little bit more, and really get that reaction closer together. And then this one, again, like way too much on the squash, to where the shape is just kind of being lost. It's just kind of flattening out the shape too much. And then here, this is a perfect opportunity to show that contact frame through there. So a little bit less there, maybe more with the tail down here. And, you know, I like what you're doing here, but it's just going a bit too far. Like it feels like basically the model is breaking here. And so contact frame there, maybe stretching out the tail more, and then bringing it in through here, and then contact frame with the body. So it's okay to have a contact frame with the tail, but that's going to be just like an extension of that. We want to see the body do that shape first. We want to understand that the body is pushing off the ground there and going through the air. And here, maybe like completely straight with that tail. Yeah, overall, it's a really good first pass, and so it's just a matter of bringing those together. You understand overlapping action really well, but I feel like the model is just going breaking a little bit too much, and there's parts where you can add a little bit more weight with that contact frame too. Okay, so let's see there. Okay, good stuff. Devastation pose looks great. So yeah, really nice. A little bit more balance there, bringing the legs together. So yeah, great job. Good hand. Nice. Looks awesome. Okay, let's see your revision here. Perfect. Looks great. Yeah, it looks great. Good job on that. Really nice polished animation. So, okay, that's it, Dominic. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, thanks.